When I found out, I was super excited to be able to travel to Georgia and to be able to spend time and have my coach as my caddy the whole tournament. I was excited about that.
When you get to that postseason opportunity, it's like, okay, my work is paying off. Now how much better can I get? How much more can I grow? She was blown away. She was a strong player, but she didn't see herself, nor did she have the expectations to be where she ended up, which I think served her well. I think she kept driving, and I think that her teammates really helped with that. Her teammates would celebrate her, and then they would also anchor her and push her. Getting to postseason really helps elevate a team. You know, though she was an individual qualifier, significant team impact, pride from her teammates, pride from alumni, pride from the community, because it's hard playing golf in our conference, let alone in Division II.
I was nervous for sure. I mean, it's definitely a different atmosphere being in Georgia, and being an individual was definitely different because all the other girls had like their team and their teammates to rely on. I was also excited because I wanted to like prove myself, and I was really excited to play on that course though, because I feel like my game had been good like prior to being there. Honestly, I just don't think about anything when I'm like starting out, because I've played in so many tournaments and I've just started the first hole. The first hole, everybody talks about like how really they feel nervous, but it's better because I'm hitting my drive. After he calls my name, all I can think about is just like how I want to finish that shot. It definitely wasn't my best round. I was definitely getting used to playing out there and how different everything was.
It was an extremely challenging layout. It was excellent.
The pin placements that they had for like all the holes, it was really tough. I hadn't played on a course with those pins in a minute, so it was definitely a lot of adjusting.
I had played it as a professional many moons ago, and they've since redone it, but essentially the layout's the same. It's a golf course that goes like this and goes like this and goes that way, similar to Lake Jovita that we play in the year.
I feel like it was definitely more challenging. This course and then Lake Jovita, I think, are the most challenging courses that I played in my college season.
It magnified where she needed to grow and where she wasn't comfortable. I got some great feedback from her and where to grow her as a coach and as a player and to make her more comfortable.
She helps me a lot on like my process. She wasn't like pressing and giving me all the information that I didn't want. She gave me information when I wanted, and then I was able to use it and apply it when I needed to.
For them to be their own best coach, which is kind of my goal and my philosophy that I've been mentored under, giving them the skills of how to manage themselves best, and then I'm just the bonus when I get to appear or come in, just a little extra. Our philosophy as a team and my philosophy as a coach is to observe versus criticize. So take the information in. Did you execute and do what you intended to do? Yeah. Could you have done it differently? What would you have done differently? Instead of just reacting to, it was a poor outcome. Poor outcome, wasn't how I wanted. Well, why wasn't it?
My long game was pretty good. I think my driver's just super consistent. Like, I know that I can rely on it a lot. This course was like pretty tight, so sometimes it could get you in trouble if you weren't consistent with your drive. But I feel like my drive gives me like such a big advantage, and it's not something that I really am worried about. Like when I step on the tee, I know where I want to hit it, and I know that I can hit it like that with my driver.
Loa is a good ball striker and has great length. And when she would get a hold of one, you could see it. It was miles for days.
She told me how she really wanted me to walk through each of the shot and how she wanted my process to be, and how that my routine on my putts and on my short game could have been a lot better. And then that's what I really thought about during the second and the third round, was just like, okay, this is what I need to do, this is how I need to hit it, and then whether or not it goes the way I wanted it to, I just have to go to the next shot.
And one of the compliments I gave her at the year-end meeting, I was just so stinking proud, because all season I've been saying to her and the team how they need to speak to themselves. Like when you do something well, like, yeah, that's what I do. That's how I am. Have a little moxie, little swagger, that's right, and enjoy that. And then when something doesn't go right, it's like, no, I can do better, and this is how I'm going to do better, and that's not like me, and this is what we're going to do here, versus, and being a victim and being disappointed, and then letting that continue to activate you, and then you're just kind of reacting to that. She was getting to, in round 3, she was getting to where she was evaluated. It's like, Loa, you gotta stay down. Why are you coming up out of it? Like, stay down, you know that. You're okay, get the next one. And I hadn't heard that from her all season. To hear that, and she grinded the last 9 holes, she grinded all of them. But she was really grinding to try and turn it around and get a few birdies and improve her standing. But how she continued to like redirect herself and center herself, super proud. I wish that the round could have continued in the afternoon on Tuesday, because she was really getting her groove going, and we were going to see a couple birdies fall, because that's when she gets centered in. You know, I've seen her make 2, 3, 4 birdies with 5 holes to go. And she came out with that same energy in round 3 and managed 25 holes in the final day, and energetically well.
I finished like that second round pretty strong. I knew those holes I wanted to get out there. It was early in the morning, just like make some pars and then get back to warming up for the third round. I think my chipping got a lot better throughout. I started trusting like my chip. After rounds, I definitely start to like overthink, I should have done that better. Like I should have made that putt. Like I should have been more confident about something, but you just have to let it go. I knew that like I really did try my hardest. Like the scores didn't come out as I wanted, but I definitely played better than the scores. I definitely tried as hard as I could on every single shot to do what I wanted to do. But then I felt relief, because like I was proud of myself for how I did throughout the season, and proud of like the way that I held myself, and I think I played like as best as I could and embodied like what our team was about, and I learned so much. So there's nothing to not be proud of.
I think she performed and competed like an eagle, like great. And I asked her, I said, is this the toughest golf course you've ever played? Yep. Is this the deepest and toughest field? Yes. I said, so how was it? And she goes, it was pretty good. But, you know, she wanted more. Whether it be Loa or any of my current team members and former team members, I get gushy inside. I'm just so proud of them. I have just really enjoyed her coachability, and her golf IQ is off the charts. She's an Embry-Riddle Eagle. She's a student person player. She's grit, talent, joy, creativity, and that can pretty much be put into all of our players. She's fit. She is an Eagle through and through of what we built the program on. Very resilient, hardworking women. I'm happy of how everything turned out, and I'm happy that I could just be representing Embry-Riddle there, and I learned so much. I can't even explain. She really enjoyed learning more about the process and being in the process more, versus just being all about outcome, right? And I tell her, hey, we're here for championships, but it's a championship effort, and it's a championship process. It's not just a result. Next year, I think I want our team to make it to postseason. I want us all to be there, and I want us all to enjoy what comes with it. It's really motivated her to get back, and the thing that I said to her is, chuck expectation. Don't have an expectation about, well, I have to do this to get back. I'm going to get back. Our team's going to continue to get better, because we're going to embrace the process, and we're going to grow and mature in that. So we're just going to keep working our model and building on those experiences, and I think we're going to see a little more postseason activity for sure.